Are you ahead of your competition? Successful companies continuously innovate to stay ahead of the competition. However, innovation alone will not lead to victory without successful execution. Hello, I'm Dick Hawley of AT&T and a member of a special interest group of the Supply Chain Council members. We all had a common belief. To gain competitive advantage, companies need to shorten their innovation cycles, reducing the time from first idea to market adoption. Traditionally, these innovations have been focused on products and service delivery. Adapting to today's changing business and technological landscape sometimes requires transformation and the courage to formulate new corporate vision of who we want to be. Leadership involves identifying new markets and envisioning new business models, which generate new revenue streams, incorporate new profit structures, and demand new channel strategies. Exponential improvements in technology are driving deep and fundamental shifts in the business landscape. Disruption and performance pressure are at record highs across virtually all businesses. Leading incumbent firms often catch transformational trends too late or not at all. We have reached an important turning point where success is not defined by scale or past performance, but by the ability to innovate and adapt more rapidly. Creating relationships outside the walls of the institution is one of the powerful ways to tap into the richer and more diverse knowledge sources. Everyone involved is expected to contribute new ideas, and stakeholders inside and outside company walls are impacted. Customers desire involvement, and their needs are critical to outcomes. Suppliers embrace participation and add diverse skills and knowledge. Increasingly, government and industry analysts become stakeholders with independent agendas. Accompanying these additional sources is the need for an improved means of synthesizing the ideas into a tightly integrated corporate strategy. Technical complexity requires multi-party collaboration. Innovation management is needed to identify and map out areas of untapped potential that can be converted to profitable growth. Faster realization of more far-reaching product, service, process, business model, and management innovations are required to allow organizations to re-architect themselves. To survive and thrive, executives need to chart a path that will lead to repeatable growth through innovation. To address this environment and provide a standardized methodology, volunteers from the Supply Chain Council created a reference model for innovation, product, and portfolio management named PLCOR. PLCOR aligns product and portfolio operations with the company's strategic objectives. It provides definition of product requirements to product design, identifies markets, and delivers promotional strategies and support for sales and service. In their definition of enterprise value chain introduced in 2004, the Supply Chain Council introduced two new frameworks, DCOR, product design, and CCOR, sales and service. Value chain was considered to have three essential constituencies of a business: market, your company, and your customer. Through the introduction of PLCOR, the Volunteer Special Interest Group has introduced the reference model for the fourth operational domain. PLCOR completes the Supply Chain Council's family of models. The Supply Chain Council has always considered innovation, product, and portfolio management as an important domain. With its introduction, enterprises now have a consistent framework across all operating domains to drive overall value chain performance improvements. PLCOR brings alignment through its integration of CCOR, DCOR, and SCOR. Like the other operational domains, PLCOR is based on a proven successful SCOR framework, including 3 levels of process detail. The macro level 1 represented in the graph will feel familiar to SCOR processes: plan, source, make, deliver, return, and enable. CCOR's model of plan, relate, sell, contract, service, and enable, and DCOR's plan, research, design, integrate, amend, and enable. The model consistency is essential to integrated use of the models and differentiates the Supply Chain Council model from those of other organizations. Unique is the ability at the macro level. Value chain processes interact in planned, directive, and yet adaptive ways to satisfy your customer requirements and help your company grow profitably. The PLCOR model provides a unique framework that links business process, metrics, best practice, and technology features into a unified structure. It is anticipated that a PLCOR project will follow the same basic steps as a SCOR project, with the deliverables expanded to accommodate the broader scope of value chain issues. Here is an overview of the PLCOR model, structured on Level 1 into 5 process types. Plan process: portfolio planning of future and existing products. Analysis of a portfolio of future and existing products is done in plan. Business cases are collected and plans are made typically on an aggregated level. This planning reflects the innovation and portfolio strategy of the company. Ideate process. From idea to concept approval. Opportunity identification and selection is done in the ideate process. Concept generation and evaluation is completed before moving to the next process. Develop. From approved concept to product release. This is where approved concepts are developed into products. The definition of the 4 Ps, product, pricing, positioning, placement, is specified as such as how to explain the product value, which channels, ecosystems, and the definition of supply chain. Launch. From product release to customer value. It is important to communicate the values of innovation that the users want. Launch then performs the physical delivery of the product or provides access to it so that the user can successfully realize the benefits. Revise. Receive and channel market feedback. Feedback may come from analysts, press, customers, or research. It is imperative to gather and process this feedback, whether positive and negative, solicited or unsolicited. The ideas and criticisms need to be acted upon by the appropriate functions of the organization. Enable management processes. Enable processes support the realization and governance of the planning and the execution processes of innovation and product management. Innovations can range from incremental to radical. The more radical the innovation, the more disruption it brings to the processes. PLCOR groups the processes, ideate, develop, and launch, into 3 Level 2 categories: incremental, adjacent, and disruptive. The categories reflect the degree to which the organization and processes need to be re-architected to support the new product launch or new market entry. Along the process hierarchy, PLCOR defines a hierarchy of metrics. Performance areas group these metrics and are the basis for systemic alignment. How can supply chains align with a company's innovation efforts and respond with agility? How can supply chains and product management engage? The type of innovation will determine the style of engagement. How can supply chain managers determine the right decisions to keep the company on the road to success? How? The integration of PLCOR and other operational domains should assure closer alignment of supply chain management and strategies with product marketing initiatives. The alignments of 4 key dimensions, strategy, product flow, workflow, and informational flow, and the detailed process relationship diagrams and analyses should contribute to more informed decisions and interactions. Here is a high-level walk through the execution processes of PLCOR and their links to other reference models. It highlights only a few interfaces. In reality, there are many more. In this example, we see DCOR triggered during develop, CCOR triggered during launch, sales pipeline handed over to account management, and we see SCOR feeds into launch. Placement, defined and develop, defines the supply chain layout for SCOR. The marketing plan from launch defines the demand plan in SCOR. A more detailed example of alignment and integration is represented by this diagram, depicting supply chain risk management activities and associated PLCOR factors. PLCOR brings the power of SCOR into innovation management. Like the SCOR framework, PLCOR links business process, metrics, best practices, and technology features into a unified structure. SCOR experts will see the same logic and comparable results again in PLCOR. The PLCOR Special Interest Group team understood that new market and product research were fraught with pitfalls and complexities. In fact, weak market research and user requirements development processes are the principal reason for the failure of new product introductions and new market entries. The Special Interest Group members each contributed their expertise and knowledge of product and portfolio management to craft a systemic methodology to improve the adoption of innovation ideas, their integration into corporate strategy, and their capture as product service offerings. PLCOR details specific actions to be taken in introducing a portfolio planning program. Like the previous Supply Chain Council reference models, it recognizes that good planning processes are tailored to the characteristics and problems of the specific organization. The PLCOR team carefully adopted the proven structure of SCOR and leveraged their hands-on experience in its methodologies to design a complementary reference model. The Special Interest Group team views innovation, product, and portfolio management as a significant step forward, as the Supply Chain Council can now offer a combined reference for driving overall value chain performance improvements and align all 4 operational domains in the improvement effort. While no newly introduced reference model is perfect, the PLCOR members represent a broad cross-section of expertise and business environments, and the model is a significant body of work. Just as SCOR has been refined and enhanced by adopting companies, we anticipate changes and new best practices to be contributed to PLCOR. Like SCOR, we believe that your enterprise will realize immediate and significant benefits by applying the initial reference model to your organization. We are comfortable that as organizations adopt and mature in the use of PLCOR, the model will evolve and advance to support their future needs. With the lack of a unifying model, organizational leadership struggles with the complexities of new market entry, rapid portfolio management, and business transformation. Incorporation of innovations, alignment of operational units, and tight integration with corporate strategies are understood to be keys to a thriving organization. Now, a carefully crafted reference is available to guide these processes, create continuity of practice, and deliver impactful returns. The model is ready for your adoption, and the team available to explain the model and discuss your specific business needs and requirements. What's in it for you and your company? Spread the word. The model is available right now. Talk to your marketing, product management. The PLCOR Special Interest Group can send them a copy of the model. How to get educated? Check out the Special Interest Group section on the Supply Chain Council website to access a full reference model of PLCOR, webinars, publications, detailed material for education and discussion. What are your next steps?